Joining me now, Pacer ETFs President Sean O'Hara. This is an interesting sort of side window trade to the AI data center position, right?
Yeah, well, thanks for having me, Liz. Two of the ideas I gave are sort of in that. One is Newmont Mining. And so Newmont Mining is one of the top 10 holdings in one of our ETFs that measures free cash flow yield. So they're generating an enormous amount of excess free cash flow. That's being driven by gold. They have 13 million ounces of gold in reserves. But so you get a little bit of a gold play here. But what they also have is 13 tons of copper reserves, and copper goes into everything on the AI data center play, and it goes into all of the electronics. And so you get sort of a 2-for-1 here with Newmont Mining. You get the exposure to gold, and if gold continues to rise, then they'll continue hopefully to do well. But you're getting a little baggage at the end, which is the copper piece of it.
I'll tell you, I just came from CES, and NVIDIA's Jensen Huang was showing a server rack of these data center chips, and he said there are 2 miles of copper wire in them.
Yes.
2 miles of copper wire. So I like your thinking, Sean. What else you got for our investor audience?
Yeah, well, so the other idea that we have for you is a company that's sort of AI related as well, and that's Lam Research. So, we believe that the AI spend is going to happen. In other words, the hyperscalers are going to spend the money. Mm-hmm. The question is, will they be able to get the return that they expect? And that's still unknown. However, if they're going to spend $3 to $5 trillion over the next several years, they're going to buy a lot of stuff, and the stuff that goes inside of these data centers. So we have an ETF that essentially owns everything inside of a data center, from the chips to the hardware to the networking solutions to the cybersecurity to the power generation and the cooling. And so Lam Research is my pick on that, because they are the preeminent manufacturer that everybody goes to make these chips.
Sean, I got a little bit of sticker shock here. The forward PE for Lam is 44. It's a little rich, is it not?
It's been rich for a long time here, and as they continue to grow, they have a huge free cash flow margin. They fit into that category that we think NVIDIA fits into, which is companies that generate a lot of free cash flow margin, can take that free cash flow and cycle it back into the business. And so that becomes like a sort of a spin wheel or a hyper wheel effect. And so they're continuing to grow their sales over that multiple, and they're generating an enormous amount of free cash flow margin. So it is an expensive stock. It's not a cheap stock, but it's right in the place you want to be. We call this spenders or receivers. The hyperscalers are going to be the spenders. The chip makers are going to benefit from that. The chip makers are going to use Lam Research's model to build their chips.
Sean, before we go, we got a sell-off here, although it's off the worst of the session here. How much do you think the Iranian tensions with the U.S. play into this? Quickly.
The market generally likes to hear about war. The old saying is you buy on the guns and sell on peace, I guess. So I don't think it's having much of an impact. There's a lot of stories out there. We look almost every day to say, why is the market doing this or why is the market doing that? At the end of the day, I think what we're going through right now is sort of a resting period, if you will, in the market. We do have elevated valuations. The environment still looks good, but every once in a while, take a little rest, not a bad.
Sean O'Hara of Pacer, thank you, my friend. The market